Hey everyone, welcome back to Workbench Wednesday. Today I got the SCX10 Pro on the bench. This was the one that I had tried to put the Toyota hardbody onto. Didn't really like how it was going because of the big belly on the bottom and just how the body sat, so I took it off, put it on the base camp. So this one I ended up just pretty much building, I don't want to say stock because it's not stock, but I built it like you're supposed to. This is the SCX10 Pro body. It was on, it doesn't come with the kit for whatever reason. Like, it's kind of a weird way that they sell the body separate, but it's for this chassis. It's like, it's got the holes for these. Like, it drops right under the pins. It's pre-cut. It has the holes like for these. Like, I don't understand it. It's kind of weird, but I can see about selling it separately, but why not just sell it with it? Anyways, put it together like you're supposed to. It's got the stock transmission in it. It's stock gearing, and the only thing that's really added to it is, obviously it doesn't come with wheels and tires. I put on these wheels I bought a long time ago for a 6x6, so I have a whole nother set of 4 of them. Endura Mavericks tires I've been wanting to try out, so I threw them on. Team Revolt 3D printed inserts inside there. It's got a Treel diff, like, housing. Some no-name brass, like the actual tubes. Endura brass third link, like pan hard mount area. RC all-wheel drive. Knuckles and C-hubs, I believe. I think that's it. Oh, and then the carbon fiber chassis, the rails, because I decided to cut them off when I tried to do the hard body on it. Other than that, I think everything is even stock drive shafts, stock links. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most everything's. Oh, I put in I forgot what brand it is, but it's a motor plate because the stock one's plastic and it's kind of a little flimsy. So I just didn't want to have to take it apart and put it back together again. So yeah, it's even the stock shocks. A lot of people complain about the transmission and the shocks. I built it how it is, and I figured I'd learn myself. Kind of see how it is. I don't want to judge off of what other people say. Swap it out, and it would have been fine. So I figured I'd try it out. This is the 10 Pro body, like I said. Painted it with Glidden Max Flex colors and some Tamiya colors. I'm gonna have a video on it, so I'm not gonna go crazy on like the paint and everything. But yeah, just wanted to kind of show it off a little bit. I like how it came out. It's a little weird how like the translucent color kind of goes with like the lines and stuff. But it's like where I wiped it, you can see like lines. Got the Surpass Gecko 2-in-1 in there, 1800 kV. Yeah, anyways, there's going to be a video coming up soon about this, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. Next on the bench, we have the SCX24 Delica. I started work on this a while ago, and then got sidetracked on some other stuff for the Illuminati of scale builds and all that, and I just couldn't finish it up. Yeah, going to have a video on this soon, too. Just a little sneak peek on it. It's running, it's moving, it's driving, it is clearance pretty much for... I don't want to keep going and trim a crazy amount, but it rubs a little bit on full lock, but... It's drivable. I was climbing stuff on here a little bit. I was going to go out and try to drive it. All the snow had pretty much melted in the last week or so, and then we got like 4 inches of snow today. So I finished this up today. Can't drive it yet. So hopefully it'll be melted again soon, because it's probably going to be pretty quickly melted, because it's been in the 50s and stuff. It's supposed to get in the 60s and then even 70s next week. So I'm just going to wait to finish up the video on this, so I can get some footage on it, because I want to get some footage on these trucks instead of just building them and here's a video, so that'd be nice. But yeah, it's the carbon fiber chassis off of Amazon, and just some sliders I've made and some mounts and stuff, but I'll go over it in the video. And one of the big things that I did since I've been back from Illuminati of Scale was I put this back together. This is the Crawler Canyon and Zoku combo Jolly Green chassis. It's based off a TRX6. This has nothing that's TRX6 on it, though. It's TRX6 clone axles off of AliExpress. Some AliExpress Steelies, Endura Klingons. Yeah, Klingons. Making sure they weren't the knockoffs. Tires, Endura silicone inserts. Yeah, I have a video on this. Well, I have a build series on this. I think it's like 3 or 4 videos on it, actually. Oh, something has messed up. Oh, you know what it was? I didn't have any thicker fluid, so I just threw in some like 40 weight, but it really needs something thicker because it's the stock pistons inside. So got to get some shock fluid. That reminds me, I'll be going by the hobby shop tomorrow, so I got to get some. But anyways, this took a really hard tumble back in November, I think it was, off of a side of a mine. I was at Ruggles Mine in New Hampshire. and was climbing. I climbed it once and it was fine. Climbed it again and just did the wrong turn, and it just tumbled and tumbled, tumbled and fell probably a good 40, 50 feet total, and 20 of it was like literally off of the face right onto the ground, and it crinkled this whole section. So I got it back to pretty much straight. It's a little tweaked still, but it's way better than it was, because this literally looked like a Z almost or something here. If I have a picture of it, I'll throw it up, and if I had that video, I'll have it playing in the corner. But I did have a short of it, I think, that you could check out. But yeah, I got this out. I had a couple shorts recently on it, just making sure everything was working, and it is working great. I need to do a little bit of shock tuning, as I just talked about. But other than that, I'm happy with it. I think I'm going to put a plate here. I like how open it is. The problem is I don't want that happening again. I don't want that if this does ever fall off of a big hill. I think I remember correctly, it fell and it hit like this. And because there's no bracing here and there's no bracing here, it just bent it. Like it just, I think it was bent here and then here, like in two spots. So I think he had put like a piece of wood here. So I'm thinking about taking my laser and cutting a piece of wood the right width, because it looked pretty good on his, and just staining it and putting it in there, and just, putting it in here, and then I'll mark all these holes and then drill them out and bolt and nut it. There's nothing really to attach here. That's the problem. I was really hoping to do something here. When this is all apart, I wanted to make a brace here. There's not much you can do though, because the drive shaft is right here, so you can't put anything across here in these extra holes for the links. And then there's the links there. So if anything, you could maybe put a brace between these two, but then you still have this area that it could bend at. It's just because there's no triangulation here. Then I was going to make a whole piece that does this instead, and replace these that came from Zoku, and just like a whole long piece. But I was like, if I just do this and then put the piece of wood on top, it'll be fine. The only thing I don't really care about with the wood is it's going to be sticking up over this edge. Because this right here, this gap from this piece to here is bigger than 1/4 inch, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 0.1 inch. And the wood that I have is 1/4 inch, or almost 6 millimeters. So it's going to stick up and it's going to look funny. So I got to figure out what I want to do with that. I might make it, maybe I'll make it, put it on here, mark where this is, and then like shave off the wood until it sits so it's flat like this. I should just make a new one of these, but then it's still going to have the same problem, so it doesn't matter. And I was like, oh, I'll make a piece of wood, to go in there. I'll replace this with a piece of wood, but then the wood is like, it's like MDF sort of stuff. It's not like solid wood, so it's not going to really grab on anything. It's just not really going to work out. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to think of something that, they do have like 1/8 inch plywood pieces, but it's still a little too thick here. I'll figure it out. I'll play with it. It's working for now, and I don't plan on climbing it up anything like that again for a little while. I think the next Ruggles Mine meets again in like October or November or whatever again. So that's the next time hopefully this thing will ever do it. It actually still has, I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you can see it. All this silver is mica still from that mine. It's just, it will not come off. It's just stuck to it. It's been on there for months, just sitting around in here. And even when I was driving it the other day in sleet and snow, like if you could look at my short that I had, it was literally climbing in sleet. It's mostly gone, but because this was covered too, but it's covered. But yeah, I think that's about it. I guess I'll just talk a little bit about Illuminati Scale. I have a couple of videos going up on it. I have the night run / show and shine. Then I have another video. It's kind of like my road to iOS. That one's I kind of decided to do like a little of a vlog type of thing. It's first time doing it. Don't judge me too much on it. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know why. Just kind of trying something else out. Something I've never done. And then I have another video of, well, there's going to be a couple more videos of just running footage, which I know that's only going to be, relevant to some people, because even I only like so much running footage, but I just wanted people to see the trails and see the kind of stuff that was going on there. So I figured I'd put it out. Again, if that's something you like, let me know. If you don't like, I just want to get some feedback, what people are going to like. I'm going to be going, hopefully this year, to a lot more events. Trying to get out there a little more instead of just doing my own thing in the basement here. you know, talk to some people, you know, be sociable, as my wife says. So as of right now, I'm going to be going to April 11th, which is this weekend. If you're around Massachusetts, New Hampshire area, I'm going to be going to the RC Excitement 25th anniversary event. Like I think like Axial's supposed to be there, RC 4-wheel drive, Traxxas, a bunch of people are going to be there. There's like a show and shine. All the courses are going to be open, I think, like for crawlers and for race tracks, I think. You know, it's just going to be kind of not a competition or anything, just like a free-for-all kind of like type of deal, it seemed. But I'm going to go down to there. I'm going to be there with my kiddos. I think there was some other ones that I thought I had lined up. I don't know. I want to try to get to some other bigger ones, but they're kind of all far away. Like I'd love to get to Beatty Creek. I'd love to get to Rocktoberfest and Proline by the Fire, but those are all even farther away than Illuminati Scale was. So that's going to be a while. That's probably like a next year type of thing, because I don't have that kind of money and I don't have that kind of time. I can make the time, I guess, but money is the big problem. Yeah, I think that's about it on this one, because most of the big stuff is going to be in the Illuminati videos anyways. I talk about the stuff I got and, you know, how it was and everything, and the trip, and the trip was uneventful, luckily. But yeah, go check those out. Let me know if you like it or not. Very curious on it. And I think that's going to be it for this one. I don't really have any... Oh, you know what? I do have something. Guess what came 2 days after I left? RC Plate Shop plates. Yeah, they look good. Too bad that guy is kind of annoying and is a liar and doesn't do what he said. These were literally made 3 weeks before I left. He just had them sitting on his bench like this, apparently, and didn't ship them out until the Monday before I needed them, because I was leaving on Wednesday night. And they came, I think, Thursday or Friday. I don't remember which one. I looked at the postal thing, but they weren't here when I left. Wednesday night at 3 a.m. Yeah, so, well, Thursday night at 3 a.m. because Wednesday night, Thursday morning, you know, kind of thing. Still weren't here. I asked my son to go check, I think it was Friday, go check in the mail, and he's like, yeah, they're here. So, don't know if they came that day or Thursday. I went and checked the tracking, and I forgot it now. Yeah, anyways, we'll keep going with him again. I found some people on Etsy, and those actually say they will be in a week or two. Hopefully they're correct. I'm going to still use these, only because I have them and paid for them, but I don't recommend him, because the communication's horrible, his shipping is horrible, and he will tell you that he made them, and then he will tell you that he shipped them, and he doesn't. Go look at all the Instagram, like go look at Instagram, go look at Facebook, search the name on Reddit. It's everyone asking, where's my order, where's my order, where's my order? Yes, you get it, and yes, they look good, but I ordered these a month beforehand, and he said I was going to have them 3 weeks beforehand, pretty much. Like, yeah. Anyways, rant again. Sorry. But, yeah, that's it for this one. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good day.